Finally, we are at the door of January 2025. This also means the inaugural season of the highly anticipated 3-on-3 basketball league featuring some of the best players in women's basketball. With lucrative packages and an opportunity for players to stay closer to home instead of competing overseas, the excitement is undeniable. No doubt it's going to be equally competitive, and players are already hitting their practice sessions. First, it was Angel Reese, but now there's another star from an opposing team firing up the preparation. It's Aaliyah Boston. To hit the charts high in the league co-founded by Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, the Indiana Fever sensation is leaving no stone unturned. Recently, the Fever posted a video of the 23-year-old star putting in work during the offseason. On the off-season grind with Aaliyah. Boston at Worcester Academy, read the caption. The moves and grooves by the 2023 Rookie of the Year were definitely a glimpse of her commitment. It's no surprise that Boston is on the roster here. Talent and work ethic speak volumes. Though she wasn't the only Fever player hyped about Boston's workout, Lexie Hull also chimed in with an enthusiastic "yes ma'am." It's clear the Fever roster is more than teammates, they're a squad of mutual motivators. Boston's second All-Star season showcased her all-around game, averaging 14.0 points, 8.9 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. Meanwhile, Clark stormed the league with 19.2 points, 8.4 league-high assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. And, let's not forget, playing alongside a generational talent like Caitlin Clark is no easy feat. Together, they've brought new energy to the Fever, turning them into one of the WNBA's most exciting teams. Not just that, off the court too, their bond is just as compelling. Whether it's hyping each other up on social media or dominating together on the hardwood, these two are redefining what it means to be teammates. While Boston is gearing up for Unrivaled, Clark's comment hints at her own itch to hit the court. Even the president of Unrivaled, Alex Basil, asserted that Clark will always have a roster spot. But, fans of the Fever star know she opted out of the league's debut season despite being one of its top targets. And, Basil too confirmed that she wouldn't be playing in the league for its debut season but hopefully would do so in the future. After a relentless stretch of basketball, dominating her final year at Iowa, dazzling in her rookie WNBA season, and earning Rookie of the Year honors, Caitlin Clark chose to prioritize rest and recovery. But seeing her teammates' preparation might be stirring up some second thoughts. The allure of competing alongside the best in a fast-paced, high-stakes environment like Unrivaled is hard to resist. And let's not forget, Clark thrives in the spotlight, and Unrivaled is poised to bring plenty of it. As the Fever's social media showcased her grind at Worcester Academy, the video quickly caught Caitlin Clark's attention. "Got me fired up," added the 22-year-old Iowa native. Her four-word comment on Instagram has fans wondering, is Clark feeling some serious FOMO about not joining the inaugural season of the Unrivaled 3x3 basketball league? Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark is still enjoying the WNBA offseason. While she's not forgetting her workouts and improving her game, she's also making sure to get some much-needed downtime. When the Indiana Fever selected Caitlin Clark as the top pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, it was a major win for a franchise that had struggled to regain relevance since their 2016 playoff run. For the Fever, the 22-year-old's arrival was a breath of fresh air, and they reaped the benefits. Attendance soared, TV ratings skyrocketed, and the Fever found themselves in the postseason after 8 years. But all this positive impact and her popularity have come with a cost. Clark was already one of basketball's brightest stars before she even donned a WNBA jersey. Fever fans quickly embraced her, packing arenas and flooding social media with their adoration. However, just weeks into her rookie season, veteran defenders across the league saw her as a target. Some of her fans criticized the team on social media for perceived failures to protect their rookie star during tough play incidents. "I'll be honest, the spectacle was unsettling sometimes," said 6-year Fever veteran Kelsey Mitchell. "Some of the newer fans have been really hateful online to the incredible women in our league and to me and our Fever players as well. Her sharp shooting made her a threat, but her spotlight made it even worse, and opponents didn't hold back. The guard faced aggressive double teams and rough fouls in games. This treatment was heavily criticized by her fans, but her teammates also found themselves under fire." Kelsey Mitchell, 29, lost her father, Mark Mitchell, in March, just weeks before the Fever's training camp. The grief followed her throughout the season as she was close to her old man. As such, the spotlight brought into the team by their star rookie was new territory and one they couldn't really grasp amid their own personal problems. I think, in a weird way, the outside noise kind of made people forget sometimes that we're still human, if that makes sense, Kelsey said. The microscope got smaller and smaller, and I don't think anybody was really thinking about the fact that my dad just died, or Katie Lou's a mom trying to figure out motherhood and being a WNBA pro all in one, you know. We all had real things we were going through. The June 1st incident with Chennedy Carter highlighted how polarizing the Iowa Products presence had become. Fans decried the lack of immediate retaliation from Fever players after the rookie guard was shoved to the ground by the Sky player. Her teammates were called out for failing to defend her. This was just one of the many instances last season. CeCe's teammates appreciate the positive impact she has had on the franchise. The former Hawkeye star was recently named both Time and AP Athlete of the Year, and entering her second season next year, the spotlight will undoubtedly continue. More recently, Clark has been spotted multiple times watching college basketball, NBA and G League games with her boyfriend Connor McCaffrey. Clearly, she's making the most of her first off-season. On Monday, however, Clark got fired up and it appears she's now more excited than ever to get the new WNBA season started. It comes after the Fever posted a video of Aaliyah Boston's latest workout. In the clip the Fever shared on Instagram, Boston can be seen working on her offensive game, doing shooting drills and some low-post action. Clark commented on the video and said, "Got me fired up." It's not only Caitlin Clark who was hyped to see Aaliyah Boston's off-season work. Their fellow Fever teammate Lexie Hull also reacted and wrote, "Yes ma'am." Several other fans showed their excitement in the comment section, with one fan even saying, "She legit can be MVP this year. Special player, special person." Another commenter shared, "The league not ready for year 2 CC and year 3 AB," a third supporter added. A follower further stated, "Looking forward to coming season. Thank you for a great season. Next one even better." The Fever made the playoffs for the first time since 2016 and Clark's first year in the WNBA. Sure enough, though, Clark wasn't the only reason for their rise. Both Boston and Kelsey Mitchell played significant roles for Indiana as well to bring the team back to relevance. That being said, it's definitely intriguing to see how Clark, Boston and the rest of the Fever follow up the big year they had. Caitlin Clark continues to prove she's a true basketball fan as the 22-year-old star is spotted at the Indiana Mad Ants game and sends the internet wild as she has now watched the NBA, the Olympics, the G League NCAA and played in the WNBA in 2024. The AP Athlete of the Year took to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse to watch the Indiana Pacers affiliate take on the Salt Lake City Stars in a change of pace from watching the Butler Bulldogs play college hoops. Instantly recognized, the social media team for the Mad Ants wasted no time picking up the NCAA record points holder and posting her online, and fans loved the fact she was at the game, as she was joined by her boyfriend. Caitlin Clark is in the house tonight for the regular season opener, the Mad Ants posted to X.com, formerly Twitter, with a photo of the WNBA star and Connor McCaffrey sat in the venue and fans were quick to celebrate them. One user wrote, "This woman is such a treasure for Indiana basketball and sports. I love seeing her supporting all the teams." A second added, "Oh my goodness, now I have to support the Mad Ants BC. Caitlin Clark watches them. Oh boy." Whilst a third commented, "Because of Caitlin Clark I now know that the Mad Ants exist." And a fourth concluded, "This was a good idea because I had never heard of the Mad Ants. Y'all should get Caitlin to practice with y'all in the off-season." The Mad Ants went on to please Clark by defeating Salt Lake 127-116 on home turf before they take them on again on Saturday, December 28th. But could we be primed for a mouth-watering celebrity crossover in the G League? Bronny James, son of LeBron, is currently with the South Bay Lakers in the NBA Feeder Series on loan from the Los Angeles Lakers and is starting to get into the swing of things by hitting 30-plus point margins. So could the Mad Ants eventually take on South Bay to set up a crossover between Clark and the 20-year-old prospect? Whilst it seems like good news as Indiana take on the Lakers on January 14th in Indianapolis, it's not what fans would hope for. Due to the fact that they are on the road, Brody won't be with the team as part of his deal with Los Angeles, so the pair will miss each other, unless something changes between now and that Tuesday night. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark captured the spotlight at an NBA G League game, but not for the action on the court. Instead, it was her courtside appearance with boyfriend Connor McCaffrey that had fans buzzing with excitement. Angel Reese hailed Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu as two of the WNBA's finest three-point shooters. The league is now stacked with eye-catching talent. The more experienced 27-year-old Ionescu celebrated her first championship with the New York Liberty after toppling the Minnesota Lynx in October. Meanwhile, the young duo of Reese and Clark, both 22, burst onto the professional scene earlier this year after shining at college level. They clashed in the 2024 NCAA title game, with Reese and LSU halting Clark's impressive career at Iowa, where she set records in scoring and assists. On her podcast Unapologetically Angel, the Chicago Sky star didn't shy away from praising Clark and Ionescu while chatting with Funny Marco. The comedian, who made his passion for the WNBA clear, asked Reese to name the best shooters of the league. Initially, she mentioned, between Caitlin, Diana Taurasi. She then sought Marco's opinion, who brought Breanna Stewart and Ionescu into the mix, choices Reese concurred with. Statistically, this past campaign Clark led the quartet in three-point efficiency at 34.4%, followed closely by veteran Taurasi's 33.3% and Ionescu trailing just slightly with 33.2%. Despite being a three-time champion, Stewart turned in her worst three-point shooting season ever, hitting a mere 29.5% from deep. Clark has also previously sung Reese's praises, saying earlier this year, "The thing that really stands out is the offensive rebounding. She did the exact same thing to us when we were in college too. She's just such a great offensive rebounder. She's always just had a knack for that. It's not always something you can teach. I think she just has a really good eye for the ball off the rim and can go get it." While Clark led the Fever to their first playoff appearance since 2016, Reese couldn't do the same with the Sky, who had a dismal 13-27 record this past season. She reportedly received an offer from one of the top players in the NBA to join his emerging brand, an offer she ultimately declined. According to The Athletic's Shams Charania, Under Armour's pitch to Clark included Stephen Curry. The proposed offer could have included a dual-brand deal that would have included endorsements with Under Armour and Curry Brand, which is a subsidiary of UA. Charania says that Adidas and Under Armour were both finalists for Clark's shoe deal, but she ultimately decided to remain with Nike, who she wore in college at Iowa. Since college athletes can only sign with the brand that outfits their school, she only had the option of signing with Nike while she played for the Hawkeyes. Clark is set to become the third active WNBA player with a signature shoe, joining Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart of the New York Liberty. Nike is hoping to capitalize on Clark's popularity, as she has been responsible for increases in ratings, fan engagement and merchandise sales both in college and in the WNBA. Teams are moving their games against her team, the Indiana Fever, to larger venues to accommodate more fans, and Clark's jersey is sold out and on backorder until August. We'll see when Clark's signature shoe is revealed, but if her jersey sales are any indication, it should be a top seller.